Dear student, in the solution chapter of chemistry 12, let us take new topic, that is vapor pressure of liquid. Generally we use this term vapor pressure of a gas, vapor pressure of liquid, and we have discussed in 11th class in Boyle's law, Charles law, and Dalton's law of partial vapor pressure. So what is vapor pressure actually? Vapor pressure of liquid. Now we will discuss here in detail. Suppose we are taking a liquid in a container. This is a container, and we are heating this liquid this liquid is taken here. Suppose water is taken here in this container, then you simply know that what is boiling point. Boiling point of liquid is the temperature at which its vapor pressure becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. This is definition of boiling point, but actually what is vapor pressure? So we will know here in detail. This is a container, and in container we are taking this liquid. Suppose this is water and this liquid is heated, then the intermolecular forces between the liquid molecule will start to break down, and these particles will start to change into vapor state, and there will be a condition when some of the liquid molecules will change to vapor. Initially 10%, then 20%, then 30%, then 40%, then there will be condition when 50% liquid molecules are in gaseous state, and we will close the container. Then what happen? Initially vaporization will start, and these molecules will hit the wall of this lid, and they will change back to liquid. So there are two phenomena here: vaporization and condensation. So initially vaporization is, suppose 80%, condensation is 20%, then there will be a condition when 50% evaporation and 50% condensation. Then this stage is known as a state of equilibrium. Evaporation, initially rate of evaporation will be maximum. And there is difference between evaporation and vaporization. Evaporation is also changing of liquid molecule to vapor molecule, but at normal temperature. Evaporation is a very slow phenomena. It takes place at normal temperature, room temperature, but vaporization takes place at boiling point. Remember. So what happened here? Vaporization and condensation will take place, and when rate of vaporization is equal to rate of condensation, then that state is known as a state of equilibrium. So at the state of equilibrium, how much pressure is exerted by the vapor particles, by the vapor form at the surface of liquid, that is known as vapor pressure of liquid. At the state of equilibrium, how much pressure is exerted by the vapor particle, by the vapor molecule over the surface of liquid, that is known as vapor pressure of liquid. Remember, and vapor pressure comes into effect when particles are in vapor state. And there is also one term, gas. There is difference between vapor and gas. So there is one temperature that is known as critical temperature. So above critical temperature, a vapor is known as gas, and below critical temperature, that is known as vapor. Remember. So a gas cannot be liquefied, but a vapor can be liquefied. Remember. Now related to this topic, vapor pressure, let us discuss a very important concept, that is Raoult's law. So vapor pressure of liquid solution of volatile component. What is volatile component? To liquid, a liquid which can be converted into vapor. That liquid is known as volatile liquid. For any solution which can be converted into vapor form, like water. Water is volatile. Water is volatile, but aqueous NaCl means NaCl is not volatile. Water is volatile. Ethanol is volatile. Protein is not volatile. So when you will heat a aqueous solution of sodium chloride, then what happen? Water will get evaporated. It will change to vapor form, and NaCl will remain deposited in the solid form. So here we will take a solution of two or more component, and these two components are liquid, and both or all are volatiles, like a solution of alcohol in water, a solution of benzene into toluene, a solution of hexane into heptane, like that, octane. So a solution of petrol into kerosene, a solution of petrol into diesel, like that. So what is Raoult's law? Actually Raoult's law states that the pressure of the component, partial pressure of the component, is directly proportional to its mole fraction. Partial vapor pressure of a liquid in a solution is directly proportional to its mole fraction. What is partial vapor pressure? Partial vapor pressure, remember, suppose we are having one liquid here, it is a liquid A. In another container we are having liquid B. So this liquid is a single liquid alone. Its actual pressure will be known as its vapor pressure. Its actual pressure in a single form will be known as its vapor pressure. But when both will be mixed, then the total pressure, we are having a mixture of A and B. Then the pressure exerted by component A in the solution form, that is known as partial vapor pressure of A. So here we can denote it by P node A, actual pressure. Its actual pressure may be denoted by P node B, and partial pressure of component A is PA, and partial pressure of component B is known as PB. Suppose a student, we can explain this with the help of simple example. If one student is shifting a table, a single student is shifting a table from one place to another place, then he will apply actual force, actual pressure. So that actual force, when he is a single competent, there is no other student, so that will be actual. But when two students will shift, if two students are lifting that table or two students are shifting that table, then the force applied by individual one, that is not actual force, that is known as partial force. Remember. फिर से दो बच्चे, अगर एक बच्चा अकेले किसी टेबल को उठाता है बच्चों, तो वो जो अकेला फोर्स लगाएगा वो उसका एक्चुअल फोर्स होगा, एक्चुअल फोर्स होगा। अगर आप एक्चुअल फोर्स होगा, अगर दो बच्चे उस टेबल को मिक्स करके उठा रहे हैं, दोनों फोर्स लगा रहे हैं, तो वो अपना एक्चुअल फोर्स नहीं लगाएंगे बच्चों। वो जो फोर्स होगा एक्चुअल फोर्स से कहीं ना कहीं डिफरेंट होगा। वो जो फोर्स है उनका डिपेंड करेगा उनकी स्ट्रेंथ पर, उनकी बॉडी फिगर पर, उनकी एज पर। तो वहाँ पर जो फोर्स हम काउंट करते हैं उसको बोलते हैं पार्शियल फोर्स। So now let us have, we have a solution of two component A and B. We are having two component, volatile component A and B in a solution, and partial pressure of component A is PA and mole fraction is XA. Here we are having a solution of two component A and component B. A, its pressure is PA. B, its pressure is PB, partial pressure, and mole fraction is XA. Its mole fraction will be XB. The clear? Then PB directly proportional to XB. This is Raoult's law. Partial vapor pressure of a component or of a liquid in a solution is directly proportional to its mole fraction. It is for volatile component. So we are having suppose a solution of two component, component A and component B. The partial pressure of component is PA and its mole fraction is XA. Similarly, this P is small. Remember, this P is not capital, this P is small. So this is Raoult's law, and we can write here, you know that Dalton's law, partial pressure PA plus PB is equal to total, P total. So you can put here value P total is equal to here PA directly proportional to XA. Now when you will remove the symbol of proportionality, sign of proportionality, then we use always a constant. So PA is equal to P node A into XA. It has been observed scientifically that the constant here PA will be some constant K, suppose it is K into XA, and the value of K, that constant, is found equal to actual vapor pressure of component A. Similarly, PB directly proportional to XB, and PB is equal to P node B into XB. What is PA? PA is partial vapor pressure in combined form, solution form. What is P node A? It is actual pressure when it is in single form. Means component B is not mixed. Component B is not mixed. And what is XA? XA is mole fraction of component A. And similarly, by Raoult's law, partial vapor pressure of component B is directly proportional to its mole fraction, and so this equal to P node B into XB, that is, it is found actual vapor pressure of component B. And by Dalton's law, you know Dalton's law of vapor pressure, what is say? P total is equal to PA plus PB. Partial pressure, partial vapor pressure of two or more component in a solution have been taken here. So total pressure of the solution is equal to the sum of partial vapor pressure of all component. So we can put value from here, P node A XA plus P node B XB. So P total is equal to this one. And you know XA plus XB is equal to 1. So this is about Raoult's law of partial pressure for volatile component.